I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building businesses that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante Davis.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man.
Yo. We are back again. We are back again.
Yes, sir.
Another episode of the 3-Man Weave podcast. I am your host, AJ. Along with me, I have my co-host.
Heat fan extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying? He'll go here regardless, baby. Let's get it.
They thought it was the game.
No, they really did think it was a game. Everybody been hitting me up since the press conference and all that, and was like, sending me all these positive whatever JJ clips that they can find. And I'm like, bro, I don't care. I'm done with them. You know what I'm saying? And look, and it's Heat Nation, and if the rumor true, they're gonna trade Jimmy. I'm leaving them too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If y'all can be phony, what's up?
I feel you. Where can they find us, my good brother?
You catch us all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com.
Hey, and if the reports are true, JJ, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Hey, listen here, man. We gonna get right to it. Juneteenth, man. Hey, I was in my house with tonsillitis, still screaming at the top of my goddamn lungs, dog. We had some really, 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 really extraordinary happen that was dope for me, man. And it was the Kendrick and Friends concert. Did you catch it?
I had to. I didn't catch it initially because I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know nothing about it, and then I started.
Old is going to old. Is going.
Yeah,
to old.
I was at work, and what I'm saying. Then next thing they was hitting me up. They're like, "Yo, it's going down." I'm like, "It's going down? Like it's just a concert? Like it's just a." That's what I said.
No, I said no. This ain't just a concert, my boy.
Yeah, so
this was one of those like.
Yeah.
This was those moments. This is like one of those moments.
It was a moment. This is a moment, bro. Like we've never seen this before. I'm gonna just go ahead and be out. Like we've seen people go on, like I said, you've seen Kanye and go on rants and doing concerts. You've seen people at concerts before. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, those are clips. You know what I'm saying? We are getting like secondhand footage. The Shade Room posted, or even you can go on YouTube and get a clip, get a view of what happened at this moment. You know what I'm saying? We the people was watching this live.
Yeah.
Like this is a live hate concert, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I understand, you call it a live hate concert, but to me, sometimes certain things will unify people. And I don't think this was a whole, like, this wasn't just a whole hate concert, because it wasn't just everybody that had something like had hate for Drake. So, like, yes, that may have been what kind of like been the catalyst, the beef, and them standing next to Kendrick and saying, "Hey, I side with Kendrick." But this also was a more of a unity thing, where it's like, "Hey, this is LA," and like we talked about it before, where it's like when we were talking about the beef, where it was like one of the points that Kendrick was making, where it was like, "Hey, like I have a home, I have like this, like my regional base, and then I always had that, and this is my culture. And so that's one thing that he was able to do was like, hey, it was almost like E40 said at the beginning, it's a victory lap, because it's kind of saying like, hey, I can do this. I can bring my culture together, my city together, my neighborhood together with like the thing that we've always seen, little, Instagram posts here and there, tying the red flags and blue flags and all that stuff together, stuff like that. But this was actually a unifying thing on Juneteenth, where it was saying where it all stems from culture. You a culture vulture, you a colonizer, all of that. It kind of was able, like one of those things where it's just like hate was the premise, but it was the catalyst. Like it's bigger than Nino Brown, baby. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so like you said, like it wasn't just like you had Crips and Bloods on stage. You actually had sets that didn't fuck with each other. Like that is, to me, is the biggest part, because like people are just think it's Crips and Bloods. No, it's like it's Crips and Crips that don't fuck with each other. It's like, blood sets and blood sets. Like all of them were on the stage. Like, it looked like a big ass party, like in the 90s that you see on TV, where it was just like all love, like people just having the time of their life, and it was just fun. Like it was just dope.
Actually, like you said, and if that's what it took, to unify LA or whatever they got going on, because they got a lot of stuff going on, kudos to them.
100%.
Kudos to that. And like I said, it was a beautiful thing to see that unity, even if it, like I said, it was brought from negativity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but my found, like I said, that's bigger than, like I said, the unification of, like I said, sets and everything they had going on in LA. Like I said, that is beautiful. That was a beautiful, beautiful thing. That should outweigh what we really are discussing here. But like, we've never seen this before, bro. Like we've seen this song's just been performed before in different variations. Like we've seen it performed before. Like we've seen Takeover do that on Unplugged or whatever, right? Like we've seen dudes, like we've seen, we've seen Ether been performed, I forgot what that was in New York, but we've seen some of this stuff been performed. Like
back to back.
We've seen that perform. But these are one songs, and then we going back to what we doing. Bruh. He unloading the clip and then running it back.
But here's the thing. Also, it's like
starting with Euphoria, bro. That come on now.
That was so gangster. Like that shit was amazing, and it really was perfect. Letting the like coming up through the stage, letting the Teddy P roll.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's true. That's true because a lot of Drake fans is like, yo, he doing too much now. No, because y'all wasn't saying that when he was doing that shit to, hey, when he went on
is it your girls tour or is it your world tour? Like
when he went on Saturday Night Live and redid back to back on that comedy sketch, bro, that's reuniting the beef again, and that joint been well over by that time, bro. Exactly. We been knew you won, dog. You know what I'm saying? And nobody cared then. So it's like we're not going, we're not gonna act like it is now. Like you say, him recording the video definitely was a little, if to me, all right, it's like, all right, bro, like come on, dog.
Well,
like,
see, here's my thing. The reason why I don't mind him recording the video,
of course you don't mind.
No, because it's still like a party song almost. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like a diss where you can just hear like it's because it's the same thing. Like had they recorded a video for Like That, it's like, damn, it's still kind of a fire ass just song, regardless about what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't mind it. And then again, it's just like, hey man, you got all of these people together anyway. Like you might as well record. Right? You might as well keep them together. But he did not look like he wanted to be at that video shoot. He like me. Hey dog, like, hey, we was all together the night before. Can we like can we wrap this up? I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, because it was a lot of people that might have couldn't have gotten in the forum. It was out there.
I see they was doing I think it was Complex was doing some interviews on the street. I seen some people, they wasn't getting into the forum. So they definitely they definitely did that one for Compton.
Yeah, so it was we are in some crazy times, man. Cause like I say, we starting to get the rules are starting to be changed in live time, and a lot of things being different in live time. Like
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody hand him a Grammy right now. That's gonna hurt if you get it for this song. Oh my god.
But
My fault,
all
I
right,
ain't
so
gonna cut you off.
is this is this over? Like, is this nothing Drake can do?
So
and before you answer, yes.
this is my fault. Go ahead.
Drake fans are always going to be Drake fans. They definitely they're never leaving ship. There's nothing that we get it. We understand.
But remember, that's what I said though. You can go ahead and respond because you're not gonna lose your core fan base.
I know, but a lot of these people that might have been on the fence, right? Not on the fence, but like casual Drake fans that are like, we rocking with him just because the song is hot. Like, can he recover to the culture with the rest of the culture?
I mean, I don't feel like he's gonna see a dip. Like there may be some people that may not work with him. But as far as like recovering, there's songs that Drake has made and he didn't feature on them with anybody. Like if Drake makes another One Dance, still like people are still gonna like it. It's gonna be a nice like if like he's got and
I'm so glad you used that song. Don't worry about the features. I'm glad you used that song in particular. But that type of song, can he come out with that type of song next month?
I think he should. To me, I think that's where you should go. To me, it's like if you get beat up in front of your girl. Don't come home talking tough now, because what's she gonna say? Why you ain't say that shit to that nigga? No, be Drake with the melodies and do what you do. Make a One Dance, make people dance, waving their hands.
I don't understand.
And it ain't gonna be no threat. Like it's okay, because that's what you are. Because that to me, that's how you can kind of like recover with the culture, because kind of that's what he was saying, where it's like, hey, bro, like when did you become this gangster? Like you can like ease your way back into that, dog.
I think a song like that, Controller, something like that, is going to make this worse. Like,
but here's my thing. So he make a Mob Ties. It ain't go. You think people not gonna say, like? You think people are not gonna say like, oh, where was this verse when you was talking to Kendrick or stuff like that? Like
no, because because he had that verse. Like, let's not act like Family Matters was trash or something, bro. Like,
I understand that, but what I'm saying is like just coming out talking tough like you're a mob boss again.
I think that's what he should do. I think he should show like, yeah, like that.
I think that to me,
what he did was cute, bro. I'm still
here's my thing. Regardless of what he do, just make a hit.
I mean, that's the. Like I said, a hit is going to always be the trump card. But that's what I'm saying. Like we may not be receptive to. And I'm talking about the people that was on the fence, like people like me. I can speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? We may not be receptive to a One Dance or Controller, something like that at this moment. But like I said, if he come out and he rapping, it's like, all right, bro. Yeah, he said all that, what he said. I'm still here, unscathed. I took a couple to the chin. You know what I'm saying? I bounced right back.
And here's my thing. I think this is kind of a perfect microcosm of why he should kind of do what he feels and try to make something authentic. Because there's gonna be people like you that like, nah, come out and rap, like, give us some come out and like give us some shit. Or it's gonna be people like me, like, hey, dog, come out and just make a nice song for the summer that's gonna have people dancing. Just don't do a Tootsie Slide. Do not.
But yeah, and that's also what I mean too. But I'm also saying I ain't saying he got to go to a boom bap type of rap.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. I 100%.
You know what I'm saying? He can rap, make a hit, do what he do. You know what I'm saying? And we can easily forget, like, if it's a hit. I'm just saying, bro. Like I'm if you come out there and like I said, you come out there with a one dance and all that, and that's gonna more so put more fuel to the fire of you on some more culture vulture joint. But if you know what I'm saying, you rapping like some of his DJ Khaled joints, like if it's just me, it is that so good. And if you come out with one of them joints, are we mad? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a bop.
I'm not saying I'm gonna be like we gonna be mad or anything. I'm just saying, to me, in my eyes, I feel like his chances at a hit
It's
is
like
something.
that to me.
To me, it's something that you're gonna like. Because to me, Controller and One Dance, that's like what got like it started with the women, and that to me, that's where you can't go wrong. If the women like it, it's gonna take off.
But that was the beauty of his versatility. Like I said, like he could
Of
come out
course.
with one of those joints, and, you know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, he was a versatile artist. But it's like,
right.
it's more so we can be more receptive to that. It's like, right now ain't the moment for that, is what I'm saying. Like, get the crowd back, and then, then drop one of those. That's just me with my advice. Like I said, it might not work. It might, you know what I'm saying? It might not work, though. But hey, we'll see. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to get to this one real quick because
I was about to get to that.
So can Cole recover?
He recovered.
I'm about to say, after all of this, I think everybody like, hey, Cole, cool.
You know how many memes we saw with like, hey, yo, we owe him an apology. Like we owe him an apology for the.
But remember, that's how I ended up. That's what I ended up saying. I'm like, hey, Cole, this was never for you. You just happened to be standing next to him and got shot.
Yeah.
That aside, it's cool. It's cool. This is what it was supposed to be the whole time. And so Cole, in my eyes, Cole straight. Cole good. Cole can come back out tomorrow.
He got to come out. It got to be strategic how he comes back too, though.
But I don't think he lost anything. I think if he jump on the feature, jump on the feature and do what he was doing, or like Rakia said, hey, do your features and do your feature run like you was doing. Come out and just start killing shit.
Hold on. If you're not mistaken, he just had a bad feature not too long ago.
That was bad. But luckily, it came out in the midst of all of this.
Okay.
So we kind of forgot about that one.
You're like, okay,
don't do that. Don't do that shit again.
And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. He might need a verse like he did with Benny. He might need one of them.
He might.
You know what I'm saying?
You better call. He might have to call Hov. So
Hey, look. Yeah, I need.
Hey, big dog, I fucked up.
I need a favor, big dog, or Nas,
because he let him down with that verse.
So look, call Hit Boy and do what you got to do. But hey, he just can't just cut, because like I said, if he just do enough features like he just did, that was come on now.
That was nasty.
All right, we can't keep like I said. All right, we can't just can't just blow by that way. Like I said, he like I said, we already apologized to you too. The coach already forgave you. We understood. We was mad initially.
Don't do no dumb shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've seen in the comments a couple comments here about the World Cup. I ain't the World Cup guy. I'm not the World Cup guy. I got to do more research. I'm not the soccer guy, so I ain't gonna sit here and cap to you. You know what I'm saying?
It's all right. World Cup coming. You know what? I might bring my guy Jaquise on, and we can discuss the World Cup, because hey, World Cup time come. It's a different beast, man. And matter of fact,
you should do that.
I'm gonna try and get you in. I'm gonna try and get you into soccer. And trust me, when you start to understand it, you're gonna be like, oh nah, this shit kind of lit.
I understand the athleticism and the quickness.
No, but when I say understanding, I'm talking about the rules. Once you actually start understanding, like
day one,
you're gonna start seeing like, damn, a 2-0 game, like like 2-1, like damn, like nah, like this shit is fire. This shit gets fun.
I agree. Hey, I got Ev. He said he's a soccer guy too.
All right, cool. So yeah, we gonna have the World Cup. We're gonna have the discussions in here for the World Cup, man. The shit get fun. I'm telling you.
Hold that down. Like I said, that's something that we can't just overlook. If you're going and I've been hearing. Speaking of the World Cup, that's not part of the Olympics. That's Olympics too, right? or this is separate?
Nah, World Cup and Olympics are separate.
Speaking of the Olympics, since I brought it up,
Yeah.
trials are starting to get real.
Yeah.
Them boys is running.
Running.
Them boys is running.
Not even just them boys. The women too.
Oh,
Hey, Sha'Carri came out the gate. She tripped up a little bit.
and still, what that a record?
She put the burners on, like burners.
That was a different type of gear.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Sha'Carri in the Olympics, man. Especially kind of like, you know, after everything that happened, you know, with the weed and not qualifying. And I do want to say, dog, time moves fast as hell,
bruh. Because we talked about that.
Because that shit just felt like yesterday.
Yeah, that was definitely a top topic. We definitely discussed that. I remember that vividly.
Yeah, so that was definitely, you know, a great thing to see. And this right here, boy out of Maryland, Quincy Wilson, 16 years old, burners.
That's a different type of speed, dog. Like, your man. You want to talk about your man's?
Who, Snoop?
No, not Snoop. Snoop did all right.
Hey,
at his age,
and the distance that he ran, I was impressed.
He had a steady pace that he was rocking with. Like he had a strategy and he executed that. I was talking about your man Noah though.
Oh, I mean, that's your man's.
That's definitely not my man.
You the one that don't like him
at all. But I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Why you don't like him, man?
Cause when you pull a goofy move, bro, it's hard to recover for me, dog. Like you say, that goofy move that he pulled in his moment during the when was it? That was the
you talking about the world champion
joint?
Yeah, I think that was like the NBA
when he dissed the NBA for no reason. For no reason. Like we didn't ask you that for no reason. Like, bro, it was a regular press conference about you, about your moment. And he just went off and just started dissing everybody else. Like, bro, like what? What are we doing? And it was a goofy take. Like, it sparked discussion. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It helped content out there for like say, but goofy moments like that, that's how I'm introduced. Hey, you can't make a second first impression. And that's my first impression to getting to know you. You a goofball, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, he Team USA. So I'm definitely hoping that he goes out there and handles business and win. But like I say, if he don't come over here act like I'm about to you know, say give him a pass. You know what I'm saying? He better win. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Hey, this one right here, like Lamont, Bomani Jones be making a joke about him because he's a black Italian. He's a black Italian named Lamont, and Mike Tirico is going to be calling the Olympics. So you got Mike Tirico who doesn't identify as black, but he identifies as Italian, about to be calling for a black Italian man. So we about to see if he really about to be holding down his countrymen.
That ain't gonna be funny to nobody else. but
yeah, that's just gonna be funny, and I hope he win too. Cause I want to hear him when he coming down in that last 10 meters.
Well, what was it won't no context, miss. That was the problem. Like it was just unprompted, unwarranted. That's what he said. For no reason.
He's talking about world champions of what? World champions of what? You haven't. Yeah, but I think
what?
I think he was trying to, you know, stand on something about being an Olympic champion and stuff like that. But he lacks I won't say he lacks the nuance, but he missed the point there. And I believe we talked about it, so there's no need to get into it. But it's just like, hey, dog, it's a little bit different if we were talking about like the MLS winner calling themselves the world champion. But it's like the NFL, they can call themselves the world champion because everybody, like the best players from across the world, that's where they're going to come. The NBA, like, it's not just like, yeah, like the NBA is in, like, I mean, not the NBA, but basketball is in the Olympics, but go to every country's best team. Guess where their best player usually plays if they're good enough in the NBA. So, yeah. So I guess that. And then this is the part I think where we all kind of are like, bro, relax. Is when he doubled down. Doubling down on dumb, like doubling down on dumb is just that just shows you never like you didn't learn. Nobody either said anything to you or you didn't listen to anything anybody said to you.
And what that did for other people like myself, it's like now I'm taking away from your talent. Now I don't care about nothing that you got going on, because now we talking about this. Like I don't even know if you're good because we're talking about this. You feel what I'm saying? Like now you taking away from what you actually can accomplish, did accomplish, and would continue to accomplish if you know what I'm saying, you continue doing your thing. It's like right. Why mess up your moment in that way, in that fashion for that? Like what did you gain off that? The wrong viral moment. You feel what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I don't know. That's just, but hey, that's just me. People could, like you say, people could have moved on, like you moved on, and all everybody could have moved on. Ain't nobody holding no grudge for no reason other than me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm me. That's me. Good luck. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, 100%.
Like I said, I ain't rooting against them. I'm just saying there comes some gold.
Of course. Hey, have we recorded since the Celtics won the championship?
Yeah,
I think we did because they won Monday, and then we okay.
Yeah, they helped us out.
Yeah, they held it down. They would have helped us out really if they would have had another thought game. We could have had a couple more games to talk about. But hey, that is neither here nor there.
Wrap that shit up.
We finna get in this time of the summer. Hey, this is really when it's about to be a part of the people. We're gonna have a whole bunch of interactive conversations because we're gonna be needing y'all help too.
But you got to think about it though. Like we still got the NBA, and they definitely utilizing their new stars to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Like we damn near getting the Caitlin Clark, we getting the Indiana Fever in the Chicago Sky game every week.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like
you feel what I'm saying? Like
and even if it's not like even if it's not a good game or if it's not a win by the Fever. Somebody somewhere is giving us a topic to talk about with the WNBA. So this might be the new summer classic. The MLB might be hurting.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And I don't want to be too critical. This may be the summer for the WNBA.
Yeah.
And if they don't get it, and I get it, they're gonna have to take a break for the Olympics. I get it. But if people ain't on board now, when they don't really have much, they keep saying it's the dark times of sports, right? So if we not in tune now, when are we really gonna get in tune, bro?
Yeah, but I think like I said, I think they just have to do everything possible to continue the momentum and keep trying to build their brand. They marketing team needs to be working overtime to do everything that they can to try and keep things going. Like I say, they need to send Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, Arike, all of them. Do a segment on First Take, do a hit, on all these shows. Hey, somebody need to be Angel, be in the next G Herbo video. Something. God damn it. Keep this momentum going. Keep your stars marketable. Keep the branding. Keep them in front of people's face. And then, hey, Juju, you next up.
Man, that workout was so beautiful to see, man. Like,
bro,
it was double layered because I believe that Phil Handy should be an NBA coach. That's a different discussion. You know what I'm saying? He been putting in his work. Like you said, Phil Handy is definitely. If you don't know any other assistant coach, a lot of people in the basketball world know Phil Handy. Like you say, he been doing that thing. Like you say, that drill that she was doing, that's one of them drills that's translatable in the game. Feel what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's something that you want to do in life. Like in life, like man, I get my left hand right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was just so beautiful to see. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Paige out gambling, that ain't had nothing to do with nothing. But just the fact seeing her out was just something that you needed to see. But I wanted to see it. I want to run this by you and see if you like this correlation I want to make. This draft class, recent draft class, did this remind you of that 04 draft class with Bron, Melo, D Wade,
Darko,
Bosh, and all them?
I
You get where I'm
I
going?
can't-
Do I need?
I actually-
I need
wait,
to,
wait.
want me to continue to build on that?
when you mentioned something, when you mentioned this topic, I kind of felt like this is where you was going. I just didn't know which draft class you was going with, but I do feel like, I get what you're saying. But keep going.
The reason why I specifically use this draft class because of the notoriety that Caitlyn came with is Bron level for a female. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The topic
Yeah,
that
man.
she's for a woman. I'm sorry. Like I said, she's crushing the ratings. She's the topic. She's everything that you want to discuss. Similar to how Bron is a topic. No matter where he was at, he was a topic. Also on the flip side, Melo came with his own fan base as well. Melo fans were
National
real.
champion.
Melo national champion like Angel Reese. And like you said, Melo fans didn't die out until he left New York. You know what I'm saying? Melo fans were diehard Melo fans, still going at Bron fans till they couldn't no more.
Some people in New York still Melo fans though.
till they couldn't no more. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then you got Cameron Brink. You know what I'm saying? She was balling as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate she got an ACL injury, but if we being honest, she kind of was like the white Angel Reese.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's out and about, she's sociable, you know what I'm saying? She's doing things, and you know what I'm saying? She has her own personality. It kind of like a D Wade. That's how I kind of came up with that correlation. I'm like, and think about it. When they came in the league real.
Yeah.
But when they came in, it was still stars in the league. It was still Kobe, Tim Duncan, Dirk, KG, Paul Pitts, like it is, Asia Wilson, Deanna Taurasi, you know what I'm saying, Enrique, like Breonna Stewart. You know what I'm saying? They still got the dogs, the top dogs that's still doing their thing in the WNBA, but you have a whole new wave coming.
Yeah, no, and I 100% agree because I feel like, even some of the the picks that weren't as glamorous are still able to kind of, do some things. Like we can't forget about Cardoso and Rickea Jackson. Like they're on the same team with some of those, more high profile names like Cameron Brink and Angel Reese, but they hoopers too. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like it's a whole bunch of talent, and I think it refreshes, and I think it's going to usher in. It has the potential,
yes,
to usher in kind of that new wave, very similar to that Bron draft class, because when they came in, it was a new era and a new time. And the media boom started taking off. And so they were able to capitalize it. And so they kind of, were able to take their viewership in the game to another level. And so hopefully in this social media age and the viewership and all of that stuff, they're able to take this to another level. And I hope that these talking heads that always talk about, they're playing too rough and all of this stuff. And no, I hope they actually the WNBA can hopefully kind of capitalize on this and say, hey, the women's game is a physical game. You know what I'm saying? It's a physical game. They play physical. It may not be high flying above the rim like you see in the NBA, but they play physical. There's going to be a lot of, fundamental technical basketball, stuff like that. And these women can hoop too. So I hope that, they're able to kind of get, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A, to start to kind of get better topics.
But that's what you said. I get they have expanded their guests, and as far as to get them better as far as the topics. But like you said, how about these active players that get them, keep their face and keep them in our face, keep the notoriety going, keep the wave going, keep the conversation continuing. Like I said, it's a lot of podcasts that they can continue to go to. So it's, and like I said, you ain't just got to just go to First Take. You ain't got to just go to Undisputed. There's other places that you can go and to keep this conversation going, and you can do this. I definitely want to. We got to expound on this. I've been asking this.
Monica McNutt.
I think she's still been. I think she's been on there recently. I think I don't know. I don't watch.
Yeah.
I think she was just up there last week though. To be honest though, I don't think she got banned. Like you would think.
Okay, cool.
I've been asking this. Please don't attack me. But this is the first good game I've seen. Shooter percentages be trash. So what's considered a good game? We are definitely not going to attack you, my brother, because like we have stated numerous times, some of us are new here, and when as far as watching the WNBA more. So you how's we gonna learn? You feel what I'm saying? But my rebuttal to that, my quick rebuttal to that though, bro. We've seen some NBA games when dudes is jacking up threes that ain't got no business shooting threes, and we seen a whole bunch of
a star, Russell Westbrook. Like we've seen it. Like he's been memes before. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I don't think that we like because to me, I don't think it's just always shooting percentages be trash. But what I do think is you do have to take it for what it is. Again, like I said, WNBA is like it's still a physical game. So the way that they guard is going to cause for different levels of shots. In the NBA, half the time you see people hedging off the screens and just giving tons of space. It's a bunch of wide open corner threes and stuff like that. And in the NBA, those contested threes, like like an uncontested corner three is a very high percentage shot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so the think of it more of, don't think of it as just like shooting percentage. Like, cause even if you look in like the men's college game, those shooting percentages ain't always just perfect. It's just a different style of play because it's a different game. It's a different pace. It's a different level of physicality. It's a different style. So if you're watching the WNBA to compare it to the NBA, you're watching for the wrong reason. Watch the WNBA to watch the WNBA. You're a football fan, soccer. You don't watch the Women's World Cup watching the Women's USA team and then watch the Men's USA team and think the Men's USA team is going to perform the same because guess what? No. So you have to watch each sport individually. It's the same reason why you watch college football versus the NFL. The NFL and college football are two completely different games. Yeah. College football is wide open and stuff like that. So like, again, you have to take each sport for what it's worth, and not what it's worth, but for the actual game that it is. There's it's different styles and there's different things that win. Just like we talk about the 90s NBA ain't the same as now. It's different. It's different. It's a totally different game. So just always take the game for what it is. Watch what you watching, and then you'll start to learn like, all right, this is kind of like what's going on.
This how they say, okay, this how they get off. This how they get you get. It's just more. It's repetition. It's repetition.
Yeah.
I got Kev. He's a season ticket holder for the Washington Mystics. He's on Instagram right now. We not seeing the comments.
I keep forgetting to get on Instagram. My bad, guys.
He asked us, have we gone to a game yet? And unfortunately, my schedule hasn't aligned with going to a game yet. I've been trying to go to the game. I've been trying to take my girls to the game specifically. So I've been trying to get to a game. And so I'm not gonna give up, but I'm definitely trying to get to a game.
Yeah, and I'm here in Charlotte, so we don't have a team. So it's either I go down to Atlanta for a game or try and catch one when I'm up in DC. And I will be, maybe I shouldn't say that loud. I will be I'll be traveling soon. So, I'm definitely trying to catch a game, but I do want to try, I want to catch a game for somebody, I want to see Angel and Camila. So that's one of the games I'm trying to go to be quite honest.
I work on Saturday. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So he'll schedule.
And what I'm not gonna do is take off. So I ain't take. If I would take off to go if I used to didn't take off to go see the Lakers, definitely not going to. Definitely not doing that. You got to catch me while I'm off. Let me go back.
Barely could talk football to Hill anymore.
Why is that?
Because sometimes you be busy and you're like, man, I can't even watch the game because I got all these. Soon as the game get good, I got all these goddamn.
That's why you like the group, because we talk about a lot of different sports. Even the person that watches one sport more than one other. That's what we try to build in this community, man. Try to expound on different topics and more different, different things. And like I said, I'm definitely about to start watching way more baseball too. Like it's just what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been keeping up with my box scores and keeping up with the Yankees as much as I can. But it's definitely time to watch them, because time to watch them.
Yeah.
But I can get, and normally, like I said, I can catch them on a Saturday night. I catch a game on a Saturday night when I get off. I can catch a game on a Sunday. Catch a game after we record. It's like you say, because I got to put these girls to sleep, so I had to watch something, right?
Hey, 100%.
And some of the shows, my adult shows, I definitely can't watch with my girls, because my youngest is in that repeating stage. So,
man, my mom was here for 2 weeks. Chase then already called me AJ 137 times, and then he done said, "What the fuck?" like 6 times. And then he done said, what else he say? He's saying stuff that he ain't supposed to be saying. I'm like, dog, I can't. It's not even your fault. It's not your fault. I can't even be mad at you.
I know, right?
But it ain't my fault.
I know. Oh, that's the worst part of
it. I'm telling you, like,
man, wait till you get to school, and then some of those bad habits from the other kids start to rub over. You got to, oh my God.
Yeah, I ain't ready for that, because.
But I wouldn't say, my fault. But we wouldn't say they had a good game. I've seen 10 points to 27% shooting, and people say they had a good game. To me, I'm like, how?
But here's the thing also. Like, taking the context, if we're talking about Angel Reese had 10 points. She probably had 10 boards too, and 2 blocks and a steal. So it may not have, like, just because we saying she had a good game don't mean necessarily she had a good offensive game, but she did impact the game a lot offensively and defensively on both sides of the floor. Because again, it's a different game than the NBA. It's not just about scoring. Yeah, something like, it ain't like, you're gonna have just a whole bunch of James Hardens out here, shooting, 45%, 50% from the field with 30 points, on 15 shots, and then or only have 2 assists. Sometimes a 10-point game, but you have 10 rebounds, or whatever the case. That's a good game, because you're affecting the game in other ways. It's not just all about scoring.
Or you can use Caitlin Clark as, for example, when somebody that shoots more from outside.
Yeah.
And she goes 9 for 22, and you be like, damn, man, that ain't really, that percentage is off. But you got to think about the high difficulty of the shot that she's doing, especially that she don't have her grown woman body yet. Like you say, her going down to the paint and trying to bang ain't really gonna be her game, her strength yet. So she's gonna have to take some of the deeper threes or more threes, and saying it may take a few threes just to get into rhythm,
and she's also a really good passer too. So again, like, doing all of that and then still being a really good playmaker is that's big.
Get back to the well, I don't think what you watch, because the Yankees are losing 6-1 to the Mets. Yeah, we've been getting ass whooped lately.
Yeah, I love it.
JJ got hired, bro. I'm telling you, the moment JJ got hired, it got nothing to do with the Yankees. I'm telling you, he's getting the ass whooped. Not sure if y'all take about the Lakers head coach people's thoughts on JJ. Some people wanted Monty Williams, but I asked why the heck they didn't want him at the Suns.
Don't say.
Oh, I know that's you. Hold on, he had a part 2. I would have looked more at Sam Cassell. I looked at the teams he's been assistant coach with the last 10 years. Here's the thing. We don't have a formula for NBA coaches.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, we've seen successful NBA coaches come in all shapes and sizes. We've seen coaches come in with no head coaching experience. We've seen assistant coaches come in, take over. We've seen assistant coaches be complete ass. We've seen
video directors
come in and be one of the best coaches in the league. We've seen announcers come in and take over. We've seen dudes come in and, like I say, with no coaching experience. We've seen some hit and we've seen some miss. We don't have a formula. Even if it comes to an assistant coach, like, you can say,
we've seen dudes be trash in one place and be champions elsewhere.
we've seen people be good at one place, and next they know they get to a spot and act like they can't coach. Prime example. Took how long for Jason Kidd? His first 2 stops were definitely not something to be too high on.
Exactly.
But when you think about, let's think about, let's use Sam Cassell as an example. He definitely should be a head coach by now. He paid his dues. He done it, and that's a philosophy I have.
I know why Sam.
We know.
Cassell
Please
ain't no
don't say it.
coach.
Don't say it.
All right.
But my thing about it is, let's take the NFL for example. We know what an offensive coordinator has played that's calling the plays. Be like, okay, that offense was this good. The offense did that. I can understand why it's time for him to be a head coach. You see the defensive coordinator, like, oh, his defense was good. Oh, they did this. Okay, he had this type of personnel. Boom. We can see, boom, he could be a head coach.
Even if they don't end up being a good coach, you can
pinpoint and see their strength. You can see why. You can see their attributes right then and there. When it comes far as the NBA, we're going off basically what they're telling us. You can say.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
off. So as far as the NBA, as far as Sam Cassell, we can say, oh, he's a good player developer. Like I was bringing up Phil Handy. Phil Handy has definitely been one of the top player development coaches there has been in the NBA. He still hasn't had his shot. You have what was your assistant coach that you had that got the Nets job, right? He was like the offensive coordinator. He was
Kevin Young.
Who would know that?
Right.
We wouldn't know that unless they tell us this. So they can say, oh yeah, that guy, he was responsible for this offense. He's the one that's he's basically the offensive coordinator. He's doing this, he's doing that. So you can see we don't really know their attributes until they tell us. Same thing that went for Mike Brown. Mike Brown, oh, he was the defense for Coach Pop. He was the defense. So now we know when he comes in, that's his strong suit. He's the defensive guy. So it's like boom, we don't know their attributes. Like boom, everybody say JJ, oh, he's a basketball genius. Why? Because they told us.
Exactly.
We don't know. Like I said, he can be coming in. He can actually come in there and be like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Or he can actually be a basketball genius, and you can see, oh, these are some of the motions that he want to do. These are some of the plays that he want to do. Oh, he talked about, oh, these are how you utilize a non-shooter. Oh, just put him in the dunking spot. You got him using it in the motion, use him as a screener. It's easy to talk it, though. It's easy to talk it, but can you actually execute it? And we do know a lot of things about the NBA is definitely personnel based. Let's be honest.
Of course.
Like you say, we give you a good little, give you some players. You should be able to do your thing.
Yeah.
But we can also see some things, and we can see your strengths and weaknesses as far as, okay, this is what you did with this not of a good roster, or this is what you did with this badass roster. Like, for example, like Monty, bro. He didn't want to be in Detroit. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They just kept paying him, but they kept upping the price. And he was like, you know what? I can't turn this down. But Detroit got worse. That's a bad job, bro.
Yeah. And then also it's just, and again, also it's kind of like what you said. Personnel matters too. Like sometimes, like, is that an indictment on Monty, or was that one of those jobs where it's just like, it's just in the works, man. It's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like it cycles, and I understand they were a young team, but that's where I think Monty wasn't the right fit for that young team. I think you needed more of kind of like a disciplinarian leader type, not kind of like, to me, Monty is more of a give me some established guys that we can make this work type.
And that's what they're probably going to do now this offseason. They're probably going to go get some established guys and make some things happen, since the draft is not falling how they wanted to fall. And some, the rebuild, trust the process type of mode that they've been on isn't really working. So of course they might start to do some personnel decisions that they probably should have did with him. And it's going to look different in Detroit. But like I said, we can't really, 1 year job, it wasn't that bad. It's still Detroit, let's be honest. Like he was wrongfully fired, but
yeah,
he getting paid. So the sympathy ain't gonna be so much, because we know you still getting that back. Go ahead, just start a podcast, Monty.
Yep, do your thing, big dog.
It is what it is. But as far as coaching, I think people misconstrued my rant or just a tad. Like I said, JJ, based off what I just said about the hiring of NBA coaches, we don't know what JJ is going to be. I think JJ could knock it out the park. He could. It's a possibility. Hey, it's a 50-50 shot. It's a lottery ticket. He could be trash. He could be great. We will see. My whole issue was the process.
Yeah.
That's what I have an issue with. I have an issue with the process. I have an issue with what the Lakers was doing. Wasn't really they're not holding basketball decisions first. They're starting to do all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, now we're getting goofy all of a sudden when it's not that bad, bro. It's not that bad. You had an all NBA Bron. You had an all NBA AD. Like, you should be able to make some basketball decisions and fix this, right or wrong.
Yeah.
I'm biased, bro. So, like I say, that wasn't a rhetorical question. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, trust me, I've agreed with you. And again, like I said, this situation is not that bad. This team, if JJ is able to get the production out of the players that Ham got last year, this should easily be a playoff team and give people some hell.
And the thing that they're probably going to try to do to improve this roster is probably some things that Ham could have benefited from. The problem with Ham was he lost the locker room. I can't bring you back to this if you didn't already lost the locker room when we hired you for the locker room.
Exactly.
We didn't hire Ham for the X's and O's. So I can understand.
It's like Dirk Cutter. We hired you to make the offense good, and then like we promoted you because you was good with the quarterback. The quarterback got worse.
That's me.
You don't serve no purpose no more.
I froze a little bit, bro. I'm sorry.
You straight. I understand. But
I wanted you to repeat that.
What I was saying is the Ham situation is like an offensive coordinator in football. Like, oh, we're going to promote you to head coach because you worked well with the offense or you worked well with the quarterback, and then the offense get worse. We don't need you no more.
Yeah, so it's like that's the problem. That's essentially what's the problem. So it's like it's going to look different. So let's say they make the right. Let's say ideally they make the right decisions in this offseason and get the right personnel around this team. You'd be like, damn, man, Ham could have did this. You should have did a better job with the locker room.
And my whole thing is, I hate when people say, "Oh, such and such should have did this." No, you should have did it with what you had, because you didn't have a bad situation in my eyes. There are some times where it's just like, damn, like maybe such and such could have, woulda. But if you didn't, it's cool. But sometimes the front office give you a little bit more help. They get behind you a little bit more, or whatever the case may be.
Man, but we got the. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but hey, you failed, so time to move on.
It is what it is, man. Like you said, but
oh my god,
that is a good little analogy. And we running out of time, brother Suggs. I get it. I get it. They played bad. Rui had a roller coaster of a season. Cam was who he was. Jackson Hayes is who he is. He's a vet minimum dude. Gabe Vincent was somebody that let us down completely. Yeah. He was injured the entire season. We don't know what Gabe is, but when he played, he was absolutely ass. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of things, like I will say it before we move on, the roster was not that bad. Some of the coaching decisions that Ham did could have mitigated some of the faults that we had on. Like, I ain't saying we had a perfect roster, but I'm going to
no roster's perfect.
I'm going to continuously say they should have avoided the play-in, bro. This was the avoid play-in roster, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
And once again, I'm biased. I'm a fan. So if you don't believe, if you don't agree, I was a fan.
Okay.
I was a fan. So if you don't agree with that, I can understand how you can view that differently. You know what I'm saying? I get that. We got a draft coming up tomorrow, bro. We have first round pick, and I don't know none of these dudes. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. I do know I want to target a big. If he don't play big, if they so happen, if they so happen to keep the 17 pick, and if he ain't big, what's the point?
Yeah, that's how I feel. We got a first round pick. Get a point guard.
And it's funny. That's why y'all was. That's why Bronny was a possibility.
Yeah, and that like I said, get a point guard, get someone who can facilitate the offense, get Devin Booker off the ball because of, again, kind of like I don't want him being the primary ball handler, the primary scorer, all of that. Like, get a point guard. I don't care who it is. He better be able to run the one and facilitate. And yeah, like you said,
So,
I don't know none of these dudes. I don't know none of them.
So there hasn't been no talks about making no trades, specifically Bradley Beal, or you just been disconnected from him since it's over. That's a fair question. That's a fair answer if you have it.
Bradley Beal, again, he has that no trade, and again, like I said before, if he like it, I don't know. And you know, coming in with Budenholzer, maybe he's like, all right, we finna at least try and go into the season and see what we can do to make things work. And Rickea, this right here, I actually thought about this shit. Like we talked about this shit last season.
Yes.
Like fuck it. Like
why not?
Why not? Just give it a try. We talked about that.
Especially him coming off the bench, like
yeah, like it's to me, it's just like, and you know, like, hey, he's familiar with Bradley, like, so it's just.
But this is I do understand that he has the no trade clause. I get that, like, I get that. But this is my thing. Like, you seen your season last year, bro. Like your season was bad, Bradley, and like people are now viewing you like you trash. And like, come on, bro, we know that's not the case. Like, we know you are a bucket. Like, we know you are a bucket. Like, so why would you want to subject yourself to this situation? Yes, Budenholzer is definitely way more his offensive system is way more suits you way better than a Vogel system. I get that part of it, but I would probably be trying to facilitate my way up out of it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we also, man, we just so handcuffed on kind of what we could do after bringing him in. It's just like
you got to stay the course at this point.
Yeah,
you can usually blow it completely up.
Yeah, it's just like you, especially with, you know, you already got rid of Monty, you got rid of Vogel. It's like try and have some sort of continuity now going into the season. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you can get a full off season and start of the season with KD, Bradley Beal, and Book, man.
Let's wrap it up. I didn't mean to cut you. I'm sorry, but I thought you were saying. I'm sorry. I've been stepping on you all day. Sorry. I got Brother Suggs.
Say nah.
He asked us where do you think Paul George goes in free agency? This is the funniest. I think this is the funniest part of free agency this year. We are in uncharted territories once again. And I think the NBA has an opportunity. Once again, front offices, GMs, basketball head of operation, they can take back some of this power, bro. Like, it's no way in hell, be quite honest. Yes, Paul George can steal ball. Paul George can be a great piece to a contending team. He could be a missing link for somebody like the Sixers. He could be an upgrade for some certain positions in New York. You know what I'm saying? Certain things. Hell, I seen a report that he might, if Clay leave, they could try to figure out something to get him in Golden State. He would be a clear upgrade over what Clay was giving them last year, and he can actually fit in that system a lot better than and Mike can actually make them contenders again.
Yeah.
But as far as money, I know he wants a 4-year deal. Of course, he's looking for a max contract. At this point, it's looking like, hey, look, bro, they might have to freeze him out. They may have to freeze him out and like, look, bro, this is what you're gonna get. This would be irresponsible for any GM to give him a max contract. Any
Yeah.
GM.
Of course. But we know the game. Somebody gonna do it.
So and that's the problem. And that's the problem. Do y'all want to take back the power or not? Because this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. OG from the Knicks, he got them by the balls. Pause. Either they got to give him,
he really do.
either they got to give him the 5-year max, or he gonna walk. And you done gave up RJ Barrett and some pieces, Manuel quickly as well. And what, you gonna let him walk for nothing? But is he a max player?
But that's the leverage that he has for, you trading him. It's kind of like, it's very similar to, like, I think when y'all traded that first round pick for Amari and then you had to resign him, it's like, you're not going to just trade him for a first round pick and then let him go.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you're gonna sign him. So now he knows that.
You have an understanding that you're going to resign him. It didn't make no sense at the time for him to sign an extension. We know he's gonna make more now, so we all understand that. But my whole point is he a max player?
You know me being on the side of the players. I'm gonna say he's not on the level as someone as you would think that's a max player, but I'm a max player if somebody's gonna pay me the max. And guess what? And guess what? New York Knicks,
they gotta pay him.
There you go. I'm a max player.
It is what it is.
I'm a max player. You knew this when you traded for me. You knew when you traded for me, you was gonna have to pay me. And
so the cycle will continue.
Yeah.
Seeing Pascal Siakam get a max. Just seeing Scotty Barnes get a max. Donovan Mitchell gonna get another super max probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So yeah.
So we see, like you said, it's getting weird, but they have an opportunity. They have an opportunity to take some of this power back, man. Because I'm also hearing that Donovan Mitchell just gonna sign his deal and then request a trade. Like, what are we doing here now?
That you won't do.
Why you won't?
To me, you won't sign. You're not gonna just sign a deal here and then request a trade.
They do it. KD did it.
I know, but that's the problem. Now that is where you kind of stop doing some of that stuff.
But that's what they do, because that's what their whole thing is. Let me secure the money, and then I'll go ahead and just force a trade. Force myself a way out where I want to go.
But then that's when I'm like, hey, you're not going where you want to go, or you're not going when you say you want to go. And
this collective bargaining agreement is going to hamper a lot of moves. A lot of these players cannot start to just they ain't be able
everywhere. That's what I'm saying. So it ain't just about to be like, oh, send me to a contender.
They ain't gonna stop them.
But you ain't gonna go nowhere though.
We'll see. But like you said, the NBA is built off rumors anyway, so that ain't gonna stop nothing. It'll be a whole off season, a whole yearly discussion about where this person gonna go, Bro, Clay is not. I don't know. Clay is not getting that. I'm not sure. Clay not getting nowhere near that. But it's time to get up out of here.
Yeah, he go.
But man, I want to appreciate everybody that joined us on YouTube. I want to appreciate everybody that joined us on IG. I want to appreciate everybody that's going to catch us on the playback. Appreciate everybody that caught us live. Appreciate everybody, man. We are the 3-Man Weave. You catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _ You email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. I'm Hill. That's AJ. And y'all the fools.
We love you guys.